In this episode of the Hoof GP, we see an epic sunrise, deal with a wobbly wheel, and struggle to find a problem with this cow. We put 4 blocks on one cow and don't bother to heal this issue before I choke in a mince pie. You watching the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
Good morning and welcome to a gorgeous morning here in southwest Scotland. It's still dark now, but as you'll see, the sunrise is absolutely stunning. We're on our way to the very tip of southern Scotland to trim almost 130 Montbéliard cattle. This is part of the reason I love doing what I do, getting to travel down small roads like this and appreciate these breathtaking views. We're only travelling 29 miles to our destination, but it takes us almost 50 minutes because the roads here in southern Scotland are small and twisty and winding, and we don't like to hurry things. The sky above us is epic, and the sunrise is golden and absolutely glorious. Just like that, we are here.
Move! Get out of the way!
Traffic jam. Just love the staff here.
It is cold today. It's only about 3 degrees, but the moisture temperature here in southwest Scotland means that when it's down at that temperature, it really kind of eats right into you. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, so we've got 2 lame cows to deal with first, and then we've got it's actually 118 cows that we've got to trim that are routine trims. But obviously I think there's somewhere between 700 and 800 cows that milk at this farm. So we've got 2 that have gone lame in the last 4 weeks, which is fantastic. And then these routine ones to get on with. This wheel here, by the way, we've got 2 wheels in the back and the bearings have gone on them. So we're struggling to push the crush into place just now, as you can imagine. I really need to get those fixed.
We trim at this farm every 4 weeks and have done for almost 6 years now. The cows' feet are exceptionally well looked after, and usually during the summer months we only attend to the lame cows, with just a few routine trims here and there. When it gets to this time of year though, we do large batches of dry-off trims, which is exactly what we're here to do today.
So when we're travelling, this back sort of access cage, if you like, is always pulled right in so it fits in the trailer easily. It slides out using these rails here, and then once we slide that out, we put this pin back in place and it has to drop into the hole to lock in position.
When we arrive on any farm, there's always a need to push on, but on this occasion, there are a huge amount of cows waiting on our services, so the need is urgent, but that doesn't stop Craigie Boy from doing his thing.
So I'm putting this sawdust down so that the cows don't slip when they exit the crush. And so we don't slip too.
Genuinely, it's slippy. It doesn't look like it's slippy, but it is slippy, okay? Trust me. Farmers get this concrete grooved to provide extra grip, but over the years that grooving really starts to kind of bevel out and the corners of the grooves become slippery and beveled, and it makes it literally like cobblestones on cold weather. Years ago when my stepfather Davey was alive, he was a hoof trimmer for 27 years as well, by the way, when he was alive, I used to concrete groove, and it is literally one of the worst jobs imaginable. You're standing behind a thing that kind of looks like a lawnmower, but is about 100 times louder, vibrates, and it's throwing concrete dust in your eyes, your face, your mouth, everywhere. But it does do a fantastic job of keeping cows safe and stable on their feet. Right, we're going to trim these 2 cows that have got little problems first. So we'll get on with that so we can really get our teeth into trimming that 118 cows that are behind us. Right, the facilities here look quite old, but they work really well. Come on, girls, come on. Look at that. Why do they not all do that? You as well, come on. Come on. Come on, lass. On you come. That literally never happens, except for the times that it does. Like that. Move up, move up. Move up. Move up. Come on, lass, move up. Come on. Now I can tell that the second cow is laying on her back foot, but this cow I'm not completely sure of. Looking at a cow standing like this in the crush though, you assume it's her back right foot because she's not got as much weight on it.
For some reason, Graham didn't bother to hit record on that cow. Sorry.
Okay, so she had a small problem, but it's this second one that I'm more worried about.
Watching this video back and seeing that cow enter the race, it's blazingly obvious that her front left foot is the one causing the problem. But at the time, it wasn't quite so obvious from my point of view.
It's looked like she could be lame on a couple of feet actually. I didn't notice her bob in her head, but she could be lame on that front left foot.
These are easily the most difficult and frustrating types of cow's feet to trim. Just look at the shape of it. It's pretty much perfect. And as I scuff off the very outer layers of hoof horn, nothing becomes apparent. And in fact, no matter what I do, I really struggle. All I want to do is make the cow more comfortable, but I can't just guess. I need to be sure of the problem.
This little dark spot could be an issue here. I think we're going to need to put a block on it, even if it's not, because this foot looks pretty thin. Okay, Craig, can we put a block on this, please? So I'm not sure if these little tiny cuts are causing an issue or not, but I do know this foot is overworn, and those little cuts or cracks that you can see are the sign of bad or worse things to come.
A cow with issues like this is a fantastic illustration of why the relationship between the people who look after these cows on a day-to-day basis and their hoof trimmer can be so vitally important. Things like this cannot possibly be fixed in one foul swoop.
While Craig glues that on, we'll check this front foot.
Again, on first inspection, this hoof looks pretty much perfect. I really don't want to remove any material at all. All I need to do is reveal what is underneath the very outer layers of hoof horn. Think of this as a search cut, if you will. Me just removing the outer dirty layers to reveal what is underneath, and hopefully where the problem is.
You get the hoof testers, please, Craig? Can't really see anything wrong with this foot again. That's basically a search cut when you just remove the thinnest of layers ever, but nothing is transpiring. So we'll check up in between the claws, and we'll model this area out a little bit more. And we're going to use these pressure testers to see if there's anything wrong. She might be showing a couple because she's reacting on that. Craig, can we put a block on here, please? She's really reacting. Can we put it on the inside claw, please, Craig? So I can't see anything wrong with this foot at all, but she is reacting to the pressure testers on the outside claw, but I can't just go digging away and hope I find something. That's not how we work. We're going to put a block on the inside claw because she doesn't react to that, and leave the outside one while we check the front right foot.
I've said many times before that my job is to increase the functionality of a cow's foot, to take the weight away from where the pain is and put it onto the area of hoof that is not painful. The only trouble is, I need to know where that pain point is in order to complete the task.
So the dairyman's just told me she was actually holding her foot up, which we didn't see, but I'm hoping this is the source of the problem. It's a tiny little crack, only just visible right there. So we're gonna reduce that part of our white line and hope that it comes to something, which it doesn't. Get the hoof testers again.
You would think that when a cow is in this much pain, the source of the problem would be completely obvious. This cow was holding her foot up off the ground,
Reacting to that inner claw.
and yet we are still struggling to find that issue.
Oh, and the outer one. Well, maybe not the outer one.
Clearly I look like I'm being indecisive, but the reality of the situation is, I just don't know what's going on underneath this hoof arm.
Yeah, have you got another block, please, Craig? So again, I'm just reducing this to see if anything will show up. There's nothing obvious, but she is reacting to the pressure testers on the outer claw, sorry, inner claw. So we're going to block this inner claw and hope that helps. Check up in between our claws, nothing there. Frustrating.
My stepfather Davy used to always say the last time he was beat, he wasn't even there. Unfortunately, I am here on this occasion, and I'm starting to believe I'm beaten. This is a rare situation.
And again, we have these really small cracks up her wall. I think she's going to need a block here too. It's very unusual. So her feet are showing signs of laminitis, or choriitis as they now call it. Basically the interior of her foot is swelling. So we're putting blocks onto her good claws to try and alleviate the pressure from those sore ones. It is incredibly lame. It is incredibly rare for me to put 4 blocks on any animal. I've actually only ever done it twice before, and this cow doesn't have any crazy serious problems, so it makes it even more rare. It's frustrating when you treat animals like this because it's a bit of a stab in the dark, to be honest. I'm hoping that these blocks take the weight off what we think are the affected claws, but nothing is a certainty because we can't look inside her feet. This cow will be being treated with anti-inflammatories, which will help massively. So coupled with these blocks, hopefully it'll do the trick, but I have a funny feeling we'll see her again in a few weeks' time. These 2 cows are from a different farm and they're going straight back there right now.
I'm talking to the worker about how frustrated I am not to have found anything proper, anything decisive, and he's assuring me that when we're away, he'll look after her to the best of his abilities and make sure we see her next time.
Time to get on with the main aim of today.
So I'm going up to get these cows, lead them through the top of the parlour and bring them up our race. I'm not sure how many's in this first group, but I think this is a small group, and then there's a larger group waiting for us just outside. Only thing is, I think I'm actually scaring them standing here, so I don't know if this was a good idea to even come here. Oh, look, there they come now.
Cattle are incredibly inquisitive creatures, and they know that usually when they're in this area, they're being milked. They don't want to cross the apron, so it's proving very difficult to get more than a few to come through at once. The boys may have to find another option.
So we're going to do it differently. We're going to take the cows round another way. It'll be a lot easier for getting the cows up and into the race. We get roughly about 8 cows in the race. Some farms are actually bigger races, but at least we've got one, that's the main thing. Come on, girls. Go on, hey.
These cattle are a mixture of 3 breeds. The French one, Montbéliard, the Dutch one, Friesian, and the frustratingly inquisitive one, Jersey.
Can't see a thing, so I don't know what's going on round the corner.
Finally, we're getting somewhere. This is the usual way they enter the parlour, so the cows are happy enough following the route they usually take. We lead them to a smaller holding pen, ready to be loaded in smaller batches.
I hope it gets
bringing them through the parlour is always a bit of a nightmare because they want to stop and eat the cakes or their meal that's in the troughs, and it slows the whole thing down.
Finally, we can get on with today's objective. Routine trimming these 476 feet belonging to the 118 cows behind me. You can get so stressed out when cows just don't want to do what you need them to do. Luckily though, these cows' feet are fantastically well kept, so the trimming is easy and it's a huge relief to finally get going because we're able to fly through them.
When you're doing big days like this, you're just absolutely desperate to get in the rhythm, because until you get that rhythm, you get nowhere. They used to think cows, well, black hoofhorn was better than white hoofhorn, but it's not. It's just the cows that it's attached to are usually smaller breeds or breeds with a bigger fat content in their feet, so their feet are inherently better. It's not the fact that the hoofhorn is black, if that makes sense. The coloration is just pigmentation, just like the hair is different colour. The feet also have pigmentation in them as well. Craig's job to make sure that these cows are just constantly being moved up. Making sure that the cows are flowing constantly is absolutely crucial to getting through this amount of cows. Plus obviously we've got good feet. I say getting through this amount of cows, if we had till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or whatever, it would be pretty simple to be fair. But we don't have until then. We have until about 1:30 before these guys start getting ready for the next milking. So their feet being as good as this is a massive help for us, although that little spot there obviously needs investigated. You see, weight being on a problem like this, because it is a problem even if it's not causing lameness, means that it can, and often does, just keep splitting right up into the core of the cow's foot and become a lameness causing issue. That one's not though. Right, next foot. And again, just like we always say, feet mirror each other. So if a cow is lame on one foot, you have to pick up the other foot, because it's often the case that a problem is starting to occur there in the same place as the other foot. Even if it hasn't fully transpired yet, you can see it definitely mirrors that back left foot. Right now, this is not an issue whatsoever. Look how easily dealt with it was. Just like that, this cow will not be in pain. We've completely avoided lameness in under about a minute and a half. Anyway, we've done almost 70 cows now, and it's time for a well-earned coffee. Coffee really is the elixir of life, and today we've got some special guests with us for the coffee break. And those special guests are the world's cheapest mince pies. What did I say to you before you went in the co-op?
I didn't care what you used to get. They're passing.
I said buy the most expensive ones.
I didn't look at the price.
Deep fill. I wasn't talking about extracurricular activities. I was talking about the mince pies.
I don't like mince pies, but it's alright. Too much of the right in.
It's
Yeah, I think they're quite good.
True.
easy for you to say.
But other than that, they're alright.
Who doesn't buy deep fill mince pies? Like, seriously?
I think I
You had one job.
What's a deep filled mince pie?
It's a mince pie that's been deep filled.
With the merry mince pie though.
I'm merry because they make more money because they don't put anything in them. I'm going to eat them, but I'm not happy about it.
Sorry.
One. Oh my god.
I can't do it. You said you got chocolate biscuits.
It's chocolate in the biscuit.
Hey,
No, but they're not chocolate biscuits.
they are cracking chocolate. They are beautiful chocolate biscuits.
I love it.
What are they called again?
Viennese.
Earlier on, I thought they were called Vietnamese.
That's not true. It might be true.
Oh, nice and warm now, actually. We've done just over 70, 72 or 73, so there should be about 47, 48 left. So we're getting there. But like I said, the trouble is that these guys milk. I think it's 1:30 or 2 o'clock, and it's nearly 12 o'clock, so we better get back to it.
Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight. I really don't care as long as I'm with you.
So we are getting there. It's 6 left. You know that battery has trimmed. How many cows does it say on the counter, Craig?
110 cows.
110 cows, and we've not changed it yet. I said that because I can hear it starting to fade now. That is incredible, isn't it?
All of the farms that we visit have certain little quirks, and you're just about to see the quirk that this farm has, and no other farm that I've ever been to has ever suffered from this particular problem.
Weirdly, the cows here often suffer. Well, I say suffer. I'm not sure what the word is, but they often have this here, this little crack going right up the front of their feet. But it almost never comes to lameness. Now, if you'd been trimming this cow's foot and I hadn't seen these cows at this farm, I'd call rubbish on that. I would say that always leads to lameness. But on this farm, it doesn't, and I don't have an explanation why. So when we're here, we are very careful not to go too far because we know that it's not going to cause an issue. Now, that has only come around from me trimming here for years and years and years and seeing it on literally hundreds of cows. I used to try and trim it all the way out, but I've now realised that that's actually detrimental to these cows. It's called an axial wall crack, and these can be incredibly painful, but like I said, they don't seem to affect the cows here. It is the strangest thing ever. And actually, I'm going to leave it exactly like that. I would not recommend leaving a cow's foot like that though. Which seems completely idiotic to state. Because when there's a crack and there's a detached hoof horn, you always remove it, don't you? Except it's horses for courses. In other words, you trim the cow to the farm that the cow lives on. And in this case, that's how we're leaving her. You would imagine she'd be lame, wouldn't you? But let's see how she walks.
And as she leaves the crush, you'll see she is a bit of a catwalk queen. She's walking absolutely perfectly, which if you told me before I trimmed at this farm, I literally wouldn't have believed.
Just like that. After hours and hours, we are on to our final cow. Our final 4 feet of today. Don't look too bad, actually.
Like a pillow on my face, no one can hurt or invade my space. I still walk the streets with my head high.
think you get bored, but trust me, I'm far from it. I'm in my element trimming these cows, making slight alterations, getting through them quickly. I don't care about doing large numbers, but I do care about getting the cows in and out of the crush nice and quickly. Lovely. It's been a long old day for myself, Craigie Boy and Graham filming behind the camera. But these are the productive ones, and these are the ones that truly get cows and herds of cows walking fantastically. Just like that, we are finished. Oh, it's been a long day. With her done, that is also our day done. Those girlies are going to head back to their green pastures and bathe under this beautiful winter sunshine down here at the very tip of the Mull of Galloway. For us, it's time to head home, put our feet up and wrap some presents. See you next week.